So students, we have discussed the introduction and the concept of supply chain management. That is, what is supply chain management and what is its concept. Now we will be discussing about the philosophy of supply chain management. But before moving forward, let's take an example of supply chain management. We all know that supply chain management is a backbone that keeps world economy moving. For any product, be it a car chain or a fast food restaurant, there is a long history of workers, components, shipping that all combine together to form a supply chain. And the biggest example for supply chain is Walmart. Walmart started to trim down the process by finding out the extra steps involved in it so that it can reduce the lag time and the availability of the products to the customers is at the right time and at the right place. So, how was Walmart successful in managing all this? Walmart implemented Vmi system. Now, what is Vmi system? Vmi system is vendor management in inventory. And what does this vendor management inventory do? Actually, vendor managed inventory provides mutually beneficial relationship on both sides. Both sides means the distributor or manufacturer side and the customer side, which actually helps to understand what exactly the customer wants, when the demand can rise, and how to deal with it. This all thing will come when you have actually the right information and at the right time. So this VMI is smoothly and accurately helps to control the availability and flow of goods. Extensive information sharing is needed in order to maintain a high degree of visibility of goods at the customer location. And this information is very essential because without this information, no organization, no firm will ever be able to produce or distribute the products to the customers at the right time and reduce the lag time or stock out situation, which we have talked about. To avoid this breakdown of chain of supply, it is very essential to have the information of the customer and it should be with the supplier or with the manufacturer. Now, how does VMI helps in customer benefits? When the supplier is able to know that the customer is about to exhaust its inventory, the supplier can better schedule its own production or distribution and therefore can better prepare to replenish the customer. And what will this do? This will help the customer to get the products at the right time and will eliminate or reduce stock out situation, which is very dangerous for any firm. This stock out situation is actually responsible for the customers to moving to the competitors or the alternative products. And if any firm is able to manage it effectively, then definitely the chances of losing customer reduces drastically. Next is, what is the benefits to the suppliers? We have talked about VMI, we have talked about the benefits of VMI to the customers. Now let's see what is the benefit to the suppliers. As we discussed earlier, if the supplier is successful in maintaining its predetermined inventory and avoiding stockouts, it can maintain a very good relationship with the customers for a long time. So this will help the supplier to maintain the customers and also to call upon new customers. The benefit that Walmart and its vendor had was that they were successful in cutting down the stockout situation. So, in other words or indirectly, they were able to maintain a healthy relationship with their customers. They were able to build a very good goodwill among the market and among the customers. And also they were able to reduce the distribution cost, because of which the cost of the products also reduced. And therefore we all know that the Walmart is a giant, unbeatable giant till date in the retail outlets. So this is a very big example of SCM. Now let's talk about what is the philosophy philosophy of supply chain management. Supply chain management is a cross-functional approach that includes managing the movement of raw material into an organization for the internal processing and moving out of finished goods to the end users. So, what does this cross-functional means? Cross-functional means that different channels coming together in order to reach to a successful end. So when different channels of supply chain come together and able to produce the product at the right time and make the product available to the customer at the right location, then definitely it is a cross-functional approach. The process of supply chain management makes sure that the product or the final goods produced is done in an efficient manner and the quality of the final goods is not compromised. Because any customer who orders the product or who buys the product from a particular brand, from a particular organization or from a particular firm does so because he has a trust on the quality of the company. And if any quality is compromised, there is always a chance that the company may lose the customer. So whatever the final products are offered to the consumer should be kept in line with that of company standards, so that whatever the customer imagines or perceives about the product should match with the original product. It is very essential because the company has to have a very good relationship with the customers in order to make it a loyal customer, and also to build a goodwill in the market, and to make it sure that whatever product is produced is always kept in line with that of company standards. More companies are involved in the production of a product, and less managerial control is exercised over the logistic operations to avoid the mistakes, to avoid the compromising situations. Hence, the SCM works to improve the trust and association among the various companies involved in supply chain. Now, what are the major developments that have brought supply chain to the forefront? The first one is information revolution. The second is increased competition and globalization in today's market. And the third is relationship management. So what do we understand with the first point, the information revolution? Now, the information revolution, as the statement itself suggests, as the point itself suggests, information revolution. The information revolution took place with the emergence of internet. It was really a very good for the organizations that now today, if we take, they can get the information easily and in a shortened time. Previously, when the internet was not so accessible and the emergence of the computers, networks were not there, the flow of information was drastically hindered, and it needed a very large duration to reach to the end point. But information revolution took place when we can easily access the internet. We have the networks, access to optical fibers, personal computers. So the cost and the availability of information has reduced. Cost has reduced and the availability has increased. The cost of information has reduced and the availability has increased, and we can access the information in a much lesser time as compared to otherwise if we don't have an access to the network. Now, this availability of information allows easy linkages and eliminate information related time delays in any supply chain network. Again, if we talk about Walmart is a very good example who sends daily sales information to its suppliers so that everyone has an information of what is going in the market, when the customers are going to need the product, and when they have to distribute the product or have an inventory of the product. Walmart's satellite network is also a link between the suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, retail outlets, and ultimately the customers, regardless of the location. So, again, the information flow is very high, and this helps the Walmart to produce the things and reduce the lag time. If we move to the second point, then this is a major trend that there is an increased competition and globalization of businesses. The rate of change in the market products and the technology is increasing, leading to the situation where managers must make decisions on a shortened notice with less information and with a higher penalty cost. Now, this is very essential because if we have to compete, then always we have to make it sure that we do not break the chain of supply. Now, if you see in the market, the customers are demanding quicker delivery of the products and services, and that too that suited them. So the companies or the organizations have to make it sure that they have all the information about the products or the services what is needed by the customer to satisfy their needs. In today's scenario, even the product life cycle is shrinking drastically. And many management gurus have compared this product life cycle with the fashion market. And everybody of us know that in the fashion industry, products go in and out of the style with the seasons. So the same is happening with the products also, because the taste of the consumer and the behavior of the consumers are also changing drastically with the change in the lifestyle. So in order to survive, many firms today find that they must increase market share on the global basis. They must position inventories or products available to the customers so that the products reach them whenever they want, irrespective of the location, at the right time and at the right quantity. Now, this performance level which the organization wants, that the product should reach to the customers at the right time, at the right place, irrespective of the location, is a big challenge. And can only be achieved when all the parties in the supply chain are at the same wavelength.